Alright, so this is going to be a bit of a commentary episode. Um, we've got the first game here of the tournament that I am hosting. It's the Finicky Village tournament. Uh, we just opened up the what's the seating and stuff, the groups and all that. So this is the group stage. This is not my group. This is group 9. I'm in group 1. There's 9 groups of 5 people. Top 2 from each group move on. They play 4 games in each match. Um, so we've got wmorrison here against terumafu. Morrison, notoriously a really good player. We did a snake seeding, so Morrison is the ninth seed. Terumafu actually ended up being the final seed. Um, and so this is going to be possibly pretty lopsided, but we'll see. Maybe Terumafu will surprise us. Rating isn't everything after all. So having a bit of a late night match here. And this is my first time doing commentary that's done on my game, so it'll be fun. Right, what we got in this kingdom? We've got Launch and Rush, classic, somewhat villages. So yes, the point of the Finicky Village Mix is the villages are finicky. They're hard to deal with. Their actions are hard to come by. So here we got Gondola, Landing Party, Launch, Rush, Snowy Village, and Clerk, all of which have village potential. All of them are not exactly easy to use. There's actually more here than I expected on the usual kingdom. I'm going to be rolling the kingdoms for them as I do it because it's so fresh that we don't even have the permissions up yet. So, Hermit's also a village because you got Madman. There is some stuff to do here. You do want to play some Sooks and some Torturers, it feels like. So, yeah, that feels pretty important. There's a lot of good terminals here. Terumafu takes a Sook and nothing on 5 and 2. Morrison opens Hermit Landing Party. That feels right to me. Either Hermit Landing Party or Hermit Clerk, I'd say I go for here. Scrap probably is my next game here, but you're probably going to take a at the end of your buy phase this turn. Yes, okay, so there's a synergy here with Launch and Hermit. So you play a Launch, or maybe that's not how that works. I don't know. But you can at least launch and not do anything, and then Hermit's activated Madman. I don't think this ends your buy phase. I think it just okay, so another Rush. I thought it would be another Sook for Terumafu here. You've got 5 coins and you've got 2 estates in hand. You're rushing Hermit. Okay. Okay, I respect it. Yeah, that's makes sense. It's not going to activate into Madman quite yet, but it's there. I'm not sure how I feel about Landing Party on this board. Yes, it's the only draw, but it's also, you know, when are you playing Treasurer to start your turn, especially if you've got Clerk in hand, or you're going to start with the Snowy or whatever. Okay, this is the first, yeah, on your turn. So it doesn't work with Launch also. Launch has some fun synergies, but it hasn't come across yet. Anything interesting? Okay, so yeah, Morrison takes another Landing Party. Makes sense, makes sense. They have Madman in hand right now. We'll see what they do with it. I feel like a Scrap at some point is going to be good. I feel like a Sook play. Like, again, this is... I mean, you could launch here as Terumafu. But if you're going to launch, I think you want to play Hermit first. Or... No, you can't because you don't have enough money for that. Rush is a Scrap. Okay. Okay. Sure. Trash is the Hermit. Oh, no. Okay. I didn't see that. Why would you want that? You only want a silver and a horse max on this. Like, nothing else is... It's not doing anything else for you. So you want to trash the estate for sure. Rather than the Hermit here. Silver horse coin. Yeah, see, the coin was useless. You could have trashed the estate instead of the Hermit. And ended up with the Hermit in your deck and nothing changed otherwise. So that was definitely a misplay from Terumafu there. Morrison plays her Madman, trashes an estate, gains a silver. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't think Launch ends your buy phase. I don't think it works with Hermit like that. I'd be more thinking about the Souk play, I think, here. That's why they're not playing all the coppers. Is there anything interesting to rush here? Maybe not. Rush Souk, if you can get it, is cost neutral. So if you get 7 coins and no cards in hand, or 2 cards in hand that you trash, you can just empty the Souk pile. Yeah. I'm not sure if wmorrison or terumafu spots that, but it's a pretty powerful combo here that definitely could be used. I mean, I don't know how much you want to empty the Souk pile, but I suppose the idea is, you have a hand of 5 Souks, you play one, you get 4 money, you buy a gondola, you play another Souk, okay, now you're at 5 money, and then it keeps going, and you've got gondolas and Souks in your deck, and you can next turn a bunch of the gondolas if you want, maybe. I don't know. Okay, here we go from wmorrison. Here's the Rush Souk combo. The question is, how much do you want? How many Souks do you want in your deck? Do you want all of them? It's the third one for wmorrison here. That's an interesting... Okay, goes to landing party, takes 3 Souks overall. Okay. Landing party silver. And they got treasures this turn, so they're going to top deck their landing parties again. Which means that the next turn is going to look very nice for wmorrison, because they're going to play a few Souks here. This is actually probably a really nice draw for them, because they don't have to worry about actions or not. They're just going to play them, and actually you could even launch into something here and try to hit your Souk, and that might be cost positive here. If you play all your treasures and you... Oh, actually if you launch into your landing parties, yeah. That's a hell of a combo. Look at that. Again, Rush Souk is a possibility here. I don't know. We got Colony and Platinum in this game. We also have Castles, so there's a lot of VP going around here. A lot of time to work that up. I'm mildly surprised no one's taken Torturer yet. It's the only... I mean, it's the only draw on this board besides Landing Party. But, it's also consistent, and the attack doesn't feel awful here. It's, I mean, with the draw to X thing, well, not draw to X, but like a Souk which benefits from having low hand size. Torturer isn't exactly the most crazy thing, but you also might not have hands that really excel from that. And curses are also hard to get rid of, right? I mean, you got a Hermit or a Scrap can trash them, or a Souk, but there's nothing that's like a good trasher, right? All those things trash 1 card at a time. Souk you buy, you trash 2 things. So really, the trashing here is a bit rough. Torturer also just feels like a good... like a Smithy in this deck feels fine to me, right? And Torturer is better than a Smithy, so might as well use it. Like, here as terumafu, I think I'm playing my treasures and I'm launching. Seeing what I grab off of my launch. And then playing my Souk at the end, because that's going to be cost, at least cost neutral. You play 4 treasures, yeah. So, absolutely worth it, I think. There's a lot of very complicated combos going on in this board when it comes to launch and rush and Souk and all that fun stuff. Okay, so rush Souk, they take another one. They could have trashed a copper here. They didn't. Double gondola. Double gondola with no actions to play. That's interesting. Okay, so 5 Souks for wmorrison in hand here. You have to wonder about... So you play all your treasures and you probably launch, right? Or you buy a Souk. No, if you rush Souk here, you trash 2 coppers, you get 2 money back, but it's not enough to launch. So I think you just have to... Okay, so you're rushing Souk with 1 copper in hand, sure. Oh, trash is a Souk. Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. The copper isn't a great draw, but... Yeah, absolutely, rush that Souk, trash that copper. And then they've got 19. The question is, now do you go into torturers and stuff? Russia's torturer, yep, there it is. Terumafu, what are you going to do? What's the plan? Takes the curse. Okay, okay, they don't want to discard those coffers. 3 landing parties. Alright, alright. Scrap a curse here, launch, play a souk? Yeah, that feels pretty accurate. Yeah, wmorrison is very ahead in this one for sure. I don't think the double gondola on terumafu's part was good either. Are they gonna buy a gondola to play a souk here? Is that the thought process? Maybe. Unless you like Russia's terumafu trying to play things out of order. Yeah, you want to play your actions first. Yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunate when you have these games where somebody's still reading the cards and getting to know them all and becoming a more experienced player, and you got someone against wmorrison who's just a very, very strong player. And this definitely feels like it's going to lead to a pretty commanding wmorrison victory overall. But you never know, right? And it's worth watching for sure. It's going to be a learning experience for terumafu for sure. Okay, we got 2 piles empty now. Landing parties and souks. I think it's very possible that wmorrison could empty gondolas this turn. It's interesting to me that they're playing the souks before they do the launch stuff. Like, I think I just on this board just play your stuff, play your draw, and then launch into whatever. Oh, I see what the play is. Okay. Yeah. That's smart from wmorrison. You play your treasures, and then you launch, and then you start playing with landing parties, and you have a whole full turn. That's not a synergy I would have seen, if I'm being honest with the bat. Launch landing party is a thing. That's cool. That's cool. Got a lot of credit for that. I see. So they launch so they can get the landing parties back in their deck, so they can play them all, and then they play the 60. Okay, so I understand that thought process for sure. That is not enough to. Oh, do they have the hermit pile here? Rush gives you another hermit. They must have calculated it, right? 2 hermits is 5 money. I don't know if they have it. I don't think they do. Yeah, that's a lot of hermits. Takes the humble. Okay. So you could take crumbling and small here, but I don't think you want to leave haunted open to your opponent. Well, as long as you have a treasure and a landing party in play, it doesn't really matter. Treasure and a landing party in hand, that is. Or no, you can launch into them too. It doesn't even matter. You don't even need the landing party in hand. You just need a treasure in hand, and you're good. wmorrison is thinking. That was interesting to just rush 4 hermits like that. It feels a bit reckless. Not a huge deal. I don't think terumafu can pile here. Platinum, silver for wmorrison here. Okay, so they wanted more treasures in the deck to make sure they can activate their launch combo. That makes sense. They've got 8 landing parties after all. If you're terumafu here, do you probably just, yeah. You take crumbling here, probably not that good. Yeah, this is looking pretty over. We will see. Got some more people here. Cool. People who did not sign up. No shade at all. So the question is, does terumafu launch here, hoping to hit something? No, just going province. Worried about wmorrison piling clearly. Yeah, top decks 8 landing parties. That is quite a combo. I will keep that stowed away for later. Launch and landing party. Very cool. Very cool. Like, okay, so they're just gonna. Okay, I see. The plan is just to play your hermits to gain a bunch of hermits, and then you're good. I can resign here. Yeah, I think this is pretty over. Um, yeah, that's a good question. What card did they misread? Maybe Gondola, perhaps. Yeah, yep, misread it as on play. I think they saw it as Conclave, as a treasure play an action from your hand thing. Okay, gonna go roll a kingdom for them again. There it is. Hopefully wmorrison sees that so they can put it on the table. It's 1-0 for wmorrison. Hopefully they see it. It's 4 games. Yes, yes. No, unscrolling chat, obviously. Mix is in there. We'll see if wmorrison spots it. Waiting. I think it's probably yes, and they of course put it in without deleting the last one. Yeah, there we go. All right. Game 2. What do we got here? We've got remake, and that's a good trasher for villages because this is the Finicky Village tournament. I always gotta say, we got Crystal Ball. We've got Sailor counts because Sailor does count in the sense that it can place other sailors in this board. You can play Contract with Sailor, which also is a village. So Crystal Ball, Contract, Sailor, Delay, and that is all. Got another Castles game here. Seer, which might be nice for draw, but I don't know how many silvers you're really getting in your deck. Maybe it's fine. You've got League of Shopkeepers with Contract, which just turns it into a loot, basically, over time. It's not bad. It's not great either for Contract. It's definitely an ally that's better with something like Underling or Emissary or something like that. So it's not great with Contract, especially considering it gives you plus action in Contract. And plus action doesn't matter here. There's no way to turn back to your action phase. No launch on this one. Artisan feels good here. There is Scholar. I don't know how reasonable it is to assume you can play a Scholar and play on this board. Unless you're sacrificing actions somehow. But it feels also kind of hard to come by actions. Your only gainer here is an Artisan. So really you're not gaining a lot of cards anyways. I wonder if this is a bit of a... Like, Crystal Ball Scholar stuff is interesting. You're playing a pure treasure deck plus Crystal Ball. That might be there. It's a bit weird. It's a bit awkward to play. It might just be simpler to do, like, one Artisan, Seers. I guess Contract can allow you to play Scholar stuff if you want. But really, I think the draw here might be Seer is better. Remake on the open. Terumafu has 5-2, opens Contract. That's not bad. wmorrison opens Remake City Gate. Contract open is a bit interesting. Actually, if you're to take a Vagrant here, it's Terumafu, clearly. So, I don't know if I like it on the open. I think Crystal Ball and even a Seer might be better on the open than like a Contract. It's just a silver, basically. It's silver that works itself up. Yeah, you're gonna put in the hours to get your extra favors. There's a Satan to Humble from wmorrison there with a good remake play under City Gate. That worked out well. It was a good draw. Yeah, City Gate's been really nice to wmorrison so far. That hit double estate with your remake, then hit 5 with it. That's a nice city gate for you. Alright, so 4 money here. Terumafu took a sacrifice turn 3. Totally fine. I think I prefer remake or sailor on this board, but sacrifice is not a bad card. It's trashing. You need trashing in this game. Remake does it faster. Sacrifice still totally fine, I think. 4 money here. I think now as Terumafu you want a sailor or a remake. One of the two. I'm a bit worried about terminal space, but they got a contract, so it's not. They took City Gate on 4. Okay, okay. So wmorrison is yet again hitting 5 on this. Undoes the copper play. Are you gonna undoes? What are you top decking instead? And Terumafu should allow that. Yes. Okay. Oh, top deck the Vagrant. Okay. Yep, that makes sense. The fun part about remaking and upgrading with castles and all that, you can just upgrade them into each other. So if you want here, you could remake Humble into Crumbling. I'm not sure you want to, but it's funny. Here I think, sure, you play this sacrifice. This is an Artisan for Terumafu, which might be a bit of a comeback mechanic. Artisan's a very strong card on this board. You want a lot of 5s. Yeah, as I'm looking at this board more, I don't think I want to take Crystal Balls as much here. You just got so many actions. Oh. What? I guess you want to trash your estates? But I don't know about that one. That I would have just trashed a and you bought another contract instead of a seer. Okay. I don't love that from Terumafu, but it's a play. We'll see if they trash an estate or a copper here. Okay, trashes the estate for the VP. Sure. I don't think copper's a very good card in your deck here. At least you can remake estates into whatever. This is the Artisan for wmorrison. Yeah, that's gonna help him out for sure. Terumafu now, again, Contract and Vagrant. I mean, the contracts will get better. You know, they're going to turn into golds eventually. The more you play of them, they're going to... You know, Terumafu's going to get his 4th favor this turn. So that's getting there. We're almost at gold level contracts. Another 5 we give him the plus buy. Which... You know, it's fine. I just don't think it's going to be very fast. I think you have to take another trasher here as Terumafu. You have to. Sailor. Yeah, yep. Ooh, Artisan on top for wmorrison here. Definitely trashing the estate. Clearly, yes. I guess contract is plus buy. Like, you can use plus buy as delay food here. And you can set up things on your next turn. You can, you know, start a seer or whatever. Probably a seer or an artisan. Or the two main things you want to contract and or delay. So contract essentially doubles its duration ability as soon as you get 10 favors. So that's something, I guess. I don't know how good it is, but it's something. Top picks the copper. You're gonna sacrifice a copper here. No? Again, setting aside with I don't... You want the contracts in deck, you want your sacrifice in deck. This is missing a shuffle. You don't want to do that. You are at the point now where contracts are worth gold. That's good. I am 1000% taking an artisan here as Terumafu if I'm in their position. You want more contracts, you want seers, you want all those good things. You can get duchies eventually. Takes a crystal ball. instead of an artisan, that feels like a mistake to me. I think artisan is pretty strong here. Actions aren't exactly a problem, especially in terumafu's deck, where you have contracts for days. Yeah, I don't know why you don't trash a copper that turn and buy an artisan. It feels like much better. It gets the sacrifice and the contract back in your deck. But it's a newer player, so you know what? That's one of those things that you see at a higher level that you might see right away. Is that making sure you have your good cards in your shuffle is a huge advantage. Okay, so now wmorrison goes for the contracts. They want the village now. And that makes sense for me. I mean, they've got a lot of actions now. They've got a lot of trashing done. Alright, more trashing here. Just 3 money for $3 for terumafu here. You can't even sailor a sailor. Alright, alright. Seers can set up vagrants too, which is kind of nice. They pick up vagrants and they set them up by you can make sure victory cards are at a certain point. Oh yeah, there you go. That's a yeah. wmorrison is almost drawing deck now. Taking another contract here, probably. I can't imagine you're contracting the remake here. Oh, I guess you are. Okay, that's risky. That's really risky. But it's you know, it's my second artisan. Okay. Okay, so the remake worked out here. You've got 2 coppers in hand you can trash. That's good. That's good. You're going to get the vagrant play, obviously, too. Trashes a copper. Oh, you sailor before you city gated. That's not the right order. You want to city gate first for more information before you play before you trash a sailor. Because maybe you have something on top that you don't want to trash or something like that, and you want to trash the estate and top to the copper or something. I don't know. There's reasons to do it. It's just general practices. Okay, they're at 7. Are they gonna finally take an artisan? Is it gonna happen? We will see. They've watched wmorrison take a few, and it's worked out well. Nope, they take a second crystal ball. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Vagrant on top here. Remakes 2 coppers. I think a relatively lucky draw from wmorrison here to get 2 coppers. Okay, just contracts a seer. That's it. That's their turn. Yeah. I don't think I agree with the contract on the remake there. I think I would have played the remake on that one turn, and then just contracted or set aside the vagrant, and then yeah, that feels more like the play. But it worked out. Another 7 money hand for terumafu here. Buys a seer. I really wish terumafu would take an artisan here. They're buying 5s to no end. Like, it's so clearly exactly what they need. To just get more 5s in their deck, and they're not taking it. That's a nice little pickup there. Alright, 2 contracts on top here. I think you remake for something. Well, maybe you don't remake something. Because like, you could remake silver into crumbling here if you wanted to. I don't think going for castles is exactly a bad idea on... okay, just taking the... yeah, okay. So you're taking seers here. Okay, you're going to contract an artisan and a seer. Then you got 9 money, or 10 money. Take a province, I'm assuming. You do have 6 money now, so you have 6 favors. So plus buy from contract is coming up soon. So you don't have to rush 2 provinces yet, but they are, and that's okay. I don't think it's a bad thing. Alright, well, this looks like an actual hand from terumafu here. Okay, alright. You know your crystal ball's on top, or your copper's on top, so you can try for the crystal ball. Good. Trash that. Yeah, okay, good. They're not valuing the sacrifice for estate for VP trash too much. Another contract. They're almost at that. The plus buy from favors, shopkeeper's activation. That would be quite nice for terumafu's deck once they get there, which they're going to do this turn. Artisaning first for another seer. Sure. City gates last. Yep. Looks like a good turn for here. Artisan a contract here, yeah, for some seer set asides. I really like turning silver into crumbling. I think that's going to be good. I think you got enough draw here that's not much of a problem. Top picks a vagrant. Silver into crumbling and silver into sacrifice or sailor. Or I wanted to remake the vagrant into a silver. And top deck the humble or something, or the silver, depending on what you wanted to buy here. But probably the silver. You're not going to... Well, what's the math here? The humble, or I don't know. Okay, so silver into crumbling, yes. What else are they doing here? Silver into sailor. Okay. I think that's fine. Contract seer. You don't have enough for province here. Takes a third artisan. Makes all the sense. They're going to hit League of Shopkeepers this turn. Also, it's not a huge deal. Yeah, the problem with terumafu's deck is they just rely too heavily on contracts. The draw here is pretty minimal. They need artisans because artisans for seers and contracts is 1000% the way. They were sacrificing too little too early. Remake was such a strong trasher, and they really missed out on that here. So yeah, they needed to do that. Double Vagrant Province. I don't know about that one. The Province I don't hate. It's a double Vagrant instead of a 4 cost. Like a Sailor. Do they have a Sailor in play that turn? No. But even then, I don't know. It feels pretty good to me, yeah. You can artisan for small castle here. You can artisan for small, you can trash crumbling, and then you can gain haunted off of it, and that's pretty nice. Oh, we're gonna get a remake play here. Oh, okay, so you're trashing that into that, and are you gonna trash a seer into haunted? Contract into haunted. Okay, yeah, that makes sense too. And you could have even remade an artisan to opulent, but that's okay. You're gonna draw back around to small castle. You'll be fine. Yeah, small trash crumbling into opulent. Draw back around to it. Although you're going to gain a silver off of it. Takes another contract. Sure. Opulent is, yeah, a lot of money here. Make sure they have 2 contracts so they can get their plus buy off of one of them. Top deck your small castle. Interesting. Top deck your artisan. Okay, you're just contracting 2 seers here. This is probably province, or no, you're just going to take opulent. Now, that makes some sense, I guess. If you're not worried about the sprawling stuff. I suppose if you don't have the trash in your castles, you don't want to. What did terumafu top deck when they bought Haunted here? No, that's not Crystal Ball contract. So, if you're in this situation, you have a seer in hand. You want to top deck, at least put a card in the placement so you can seer into it the next turn. trashes the sailor instead of the vagrant. I don't know. At least terumafu is now drawing deck. That is something. They don't have anything set aside with contract, but they are drawing deck. Which means they are on track to province every turn. I think you gotta go another sacrifice here. You could take like Vagrant Estate province here and try to... Oh no, you're just taking Sprawling Duchy. Okay. I guess it is more VP, so sure. Sure. And it takes away from W. Morrison too. What do you take here? Probably... I don't hate Vagrant Estate here, because you can sacrifice the estate if you need. Maybe it's a bit slow. The option might just be an action card. They're taking triple estate instead of duchy here. They are. That... Whoa. Whoa. Like, yeah, I know that plus buy here is pretty minimal, but W. Morrison has the remake and artisans to gain them the plus buy. There's only one seer and 2 contracts left. Like, yeah, like, W. Morrison should have a win this turn, theoretically. Theoretically, they should. There's the 3rd artisan, so yes, it's in hand. Probably was in hand before that, in all honesty, because they have 5 money too. But yeah, they're gonna show off their fun little things. They could remake province to Grand Castle here. How crazy would that be? I want to see it. Do it. Remake province to Grand Castle. I really want to see this. It's the ultimate play. Hey, nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, you don't have any 4 cards cost in hand. Oh, actually, you only... Oh, no, it doesn't matter. I was going to say you only have 2 actions left, but you just artisan for contract, artisan for contract. Yeah. Yeah, this is over. Actually, you could artisan for contract and then buy King's Castle to pile out. That's even better than buying the last seer. You could buy the... Oh, you could 4 pile here. Oh, yeah. Good stuff from W. Morrison, for sure. Alright, alright. That's game 2. 2-0 W. Morrison. Alright, got the 3rd one in there now. We'll see if they get it going. Ooh, we got a chapel game. See it coming. Chapel, tactician, summon. Something go wrong here? Way of the Monkey didn't get put in. Okay. Something happened there. Way of the Monkey and Catacombs also got put in. So we can look at the kingdom from afar, I suppose. It's Chapel Kingdom. Villages here. You've got First Mate, you've got Diplomat, you've got Golem, you've got Summon, and that is all. And I guess Tactician somewhat, if you can manage it. Golem Tactician is a thing you can do. First Mate Tactician is a bit easier to pull off. The problem is you need actions to do it. But it could work. First Mate Tactician's a thing. I'm not sure if I've ever seen anyone play with it myself, but I would love to see it in action. It's a wild combo. Merchant Guild, very strong non-terminal here. Same with Haggler. And you've got Chapel in this game, so maybe you aren't doing First Mate Tactician stuff. Well, maybe it's fine. It is a village. The other option is, of course, you do first make diplomat. Like clerk is gonna hurt. Not gonna hurt as much because diplomat's in the game. You can activate your diplomats. So I wonder if there's like and first mate's anti-clerk also. I wonder if there is a fun first mate deck you play here. Chapel out the stuff. Even if you're thin enough, you can play diplomats with just like 4 or 5 cards in your deck. I'm gonna just ping Morrison here because hopefully they see that, because there's Way of the Monkey is on here and not put in. Maybe they'll see it. Yeah, there we go. Nice save, nice save. There we go. Cool, cool. Okay, alright, game 3 time. Alright, Terumafu is our player 1 here. Let's look at their ban list. What do they have on here? We got Tournament, understandable. Urchin, understandable. Chariot Race, understandable. Invest. Am I like... Is something going on with my full screen here? It did feel a bit cramped. I'm wondering about something like that. I don't know. Like Barbarian's cut off a bit. I don't know my affect ratio. Like so there's only, you know, a few cards. There's not the 10 available on the ban list, and I'm wondering if it's just that wmorrison doesn't have a very big ban list, or not max size, or if it's terumafu. Either way, but not a lot of stuff on here. Anyways, Tournament, Urchin, Chariot Race, Invest, Possession, Inheritance, Familiar. Well, all of them I completely support banning. Inheritance I enjoy, I have fun with. Same with, I don't ban Invest or even Familiar. I think they're fine. And Familiar is a bit of a pain, but I think I have more toxic cards on my ban list than that. Decent Torture, Cultist I have banned, so I understand it. Masquerade, sure, it's a pretty powerful card. Barbarian, yep. Bandit Fort, interesting. You like silvers and golds? Fine. Pathfinding's interesting. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen many people with Pathfinding on their dislike list. I wonder what that is. A Swindler. Classic. Yeah, pretty standard ban lists. Of course, they don't apply to this tournament, but it's always interesting to see what people put. I almost wish it would tell you kind of who banned what by like highlighting them in color somehow. That'd be kind of cool. Kind of see, okay, you know, it'd be red or blue and be like, oh, this thing's banned by this person, and you know, you see a 25%, you can see it's disliked by both, or like if you have a 0% and someone has it banned and someone has it disliked, you can kind of like signify it with a full line and a half a line or something like that. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, so you can kind of see their ban lists individually. Okay, both have 4-3 here. 5-2 would be absolutely ridiculous because you can summon Chapel, and yeah, you'd be off to the races pretty quickly. So pretty even. I really do think that. Okay, so Terramafu takes a silver. Yeah, Clerk seems good, or silver. I mean, Clerk's hurt, but it's still better than silver here on this board. Yeah. So we got Silver Chapel versus Clerk Chapel. Terumafu collides their 2 cards they bought. So does wmorrison here. More silvers, more silvers. And Terumafu misses a trash because they get attacked with Clerk here, as it happens. Another Clerk trash here. I think you probably want to top pick the estate. Or no, not the estate, but the copper. You want a 5 cost here, or you can summon something. Do you take a modify here as Terumafu, or do you summon a diplomat? The other options seem meh at best here. Maybe, I don't know, like the Haggler yet. The first mate. I think I like the modify here as terumafu on 5. A lot of tracking being done by wmorrison here makes a lot of sense. You could take another clerk here. There is a bit of a clerk diplomat synergy, as well as the anti-synergy, where you can play your clerk from your hand sort of turn and then play your diplomat for actions. Yeah, second clerk, I don't hate it. Alright, got a top deck here on something. I think you top deck the copper here as wmorrison. You get the trash in. Right, top deck the clerk. Okay. Getting real thin. That also works. Alright. wmorrison now has a 5-card deck. I think it is now time for something. What is that something? Good question. I don't think it's modify. His deck's too thin now. Is it Merchant Guild? It might be Merchant Guilds. Oh. Top deck's a clerk. I guess that's better than top decking the silver. Sure, fine. Doesn't really matter right now. I guess you take a diplomat here then. They're playing pretty quickly here. Plays the chapel. Doesn't want to play the chapel. You're monkeying the chapel to hit 5 for a Haggler. Okay, okay. That's an estate top deck here, wmorrison. You're probably going to top deck the chapel along with it. So they can clerk, Haggler, province, maybe? Do you want a province yet? I don't know. There's some gains here. I don't know if you don't want a province yet. Or you can react clerk as monkey too. So you could clerk once, monkey at the other one, and then you've got 7 money and 2 buys with a Haggler in play, which also isn't that good because if you buy a 3 cost, you're kind of screwed. If you buy a 4 and a 3, you really just want like a 5 and a 4 here, right? Like really, I want first mate diplomat here or something like that. Yeah, I really like taking diplomats here now as wmorrison. Top deck's a silver. Sure. Okay, so they do monkey one of them. I don't think it hurts either way. It gives them more options. I think here I'm taking first mate diplomat. Yeah, I want to get this draw to X engine going. I really do think you can first mate tactician stuff here. It's gonna be so nice for your deck. You're just gonna be able to pack stuff into it. Merchant Guilds will be good also eventually. Merchant Guild's always good. Haggler diplomat. Okay, so going double Haggler stuff. Hagglers do let you give more diplomats, so I'm not against that by any means. And here you can diplomat. If you get clerk attacked, you can diplomat and get the actions out of it, and life is good. They're reacting with it, and then they can... Yes. They don't even have to worry about that, the top decking stuff, because they just have it ready to go. How nice. Nobody's used summon yet, which I think at the time for it has now passed. You're only gonna summon a diplomat so many times, kind of thing. Double Haggler. I really like the first mate stuff now. Okay, good. First mate, double diplomat. This is a deck that's looking to be very nice for wmorrison here. I do wonder if they're going to go tactician eventually, or if they just play a straight diplomat, first mate, Haggler, Merchant Guild thing. They do need plus buy at some point, so Merchant Guild feels like the clear candidate. Tactician just makes sure. I mean, yeah, you don't want to draw too much with your tacticians because your diplomats no longer activate. So maybe you don't want to do tack here. One day I'll see a first mate tactician game. One day we'll see it happen. On a board with a better village than anything on here, than diplomat. Okay, okay. W. Morrison here is going to first mate the Hagglers. Yep. Play the Clerk, Chapel the Estate. Or no, hold on. You're gonna monkey something. Probably play the Chapel normally, I think. And then just take your 9 money here. Or, you can monkey both of them and take 10. Why do you want 3 buys here? Why not just play the Clerk normally? You could have had 11 and taken a gold and 2 5s. But, yeah, okay. Merchant Guild Diplomats. Yep, looks about right to me. Well, this is not a good draw for W. Morrison. Bit of a rough turn here, and that's saying something because they're going to get 6 money and a Haggler in play. But it's true. Or they're going to do 5 in a Merchant Guild. I probably think they're going to do Haggler instead, but they need another first mate for sure. The Tactician stuff I really wonder about. I don't think it's... Yeah, it's fun. I don't think it's going to work, though. Clerk, what's your top deck in here? They have, like, 5 diplomats, at least, and none of them are in this hand. That's really unfortunate. Alright, there's one from... yeah. I think at terumafu, I'm just going to start provincing. Wait, why they tapped out the Clerk, not the... What? Are you chapeling a copper here and buying a 5? Is that what's happening here? Chapeling a silver? To buy nothing? No. No. That's not... Yeah, another really bad draw for W. Morrison here. A bit disappointing. Alright. First mate Diplomat. This is going to be better for sure. Absolutely. You take the province here. Nope. No, you take the province here. Gold. Yeah, I don't think so. Ah, you're monkeying one of them. Okay. 4 actions. You can play this as well and get actions. You can monkey that one. No, you're gonna... Okay, yep. That's a pretty good turn there you got. First maker clerks. This is looking good. Top deck the province here. You could monkey Chapel, get up to the province. I think terumafu's one way to this game would be just to start greening ASAP, and it's not happened. Yeah, there you go. W. Morrison has built the deck we all dreamed of. The first mate diplomat stuff. Definitely play the Haggler here. Definitely. With a Merchant Guild in play, it's going to help with the coffers too. Although, I guess you're worried about, okay, what are you taking here other than diplomats? More clerks isn't going to be a problem. Do you even bother with the provinces at this point? I don't know. I guess you do. Okay. 2 merchant guilds. I think this is another province, and then like first mate, final diplomat, merchant guild diplomat. Okay, you're getting another. Oh wow, that's a lot of merchant guilds. Merchant guild for diplomat and clerk. Silver for double chapel. What? Like, I know you want your deck full of actions, but you do not have enough first mates to sustain that. Lucky for you, you drew some diplomats here. That's a very... I mean, like, I know you want more coffers, but... yeah, I don't know. Do you chop all the silvers here? You do. Sure. It's been some nice draws. Other than the first mate lack. There's the first mates. Yeah, okay. Fun little deck from W. Morrison there. And on to the final game. Final game. We will see if this is a 4-0 or a 3-1 or a 3.5 to 0.5. Again, 2 cards mixed by W. Morrison here. I don't know what I guess one of them is Wharf. The other one is Gondola Displace Crossroads. Crossroads Wharf is missing here. There's one. There's got Crossroads. They just gotta find Wharf. I don't know why the copy and paste thing isn't working as well as normal. I don't know. It is Wharf though. They'll figure it out. They can see it's missing this time. With the monkey, it wasn't like clear that you needed 2 landscapes, but with this, you need 10 cards. All right, we got a Gamble Kingdom. Fun stuff, fun stuff. We've got March as well. Gondola and Landing Party for other villages. And Crossroads. Otherwise, there are no villages. Still, you know, you can work with what you got. Grotto feels like a good open. I like Grotto Magpie here on the open. Like, you can always think about, like, launching or marching a Grotto. That feels a bit rough, though. Takes a Magpie. Cool. Yep. Should be a Grotto Magpie open, I think, pretty clearly. I don't see any other really good plays. Silver might be fine if you're looking to hit 5 for Wharf and Margrave. Both of them are very strong cards. Okay, so they take the silver there, as I predict, as I say it. Okay, 4 coppers here. You got a Grotto down there. You're gambling into a copper. Okay, second Grotto, sure. Trigger the shuffle. I like it. I think as W. Morrison, you Grotto everything this turn. Terumafu buys a second Magpie. Okay, okay. 5 coppers. Do you take the Margrave or the Wharf first? That is the question. Displace. Oh, no. Definitely not. This is easy set aside. Buy one of Margrave or Wharf. I'm not sure which one off the top of my head I want straight away, but it's definitely not Displace. Displace is great later on. It's a great card, but not early game. Displace, you can displace the states into stuff, but right now, if you're grottoing them aside, you don't have to worry about that. I think... Okay, so yes, the Morrison is calculating how many coppers they have. They have all 5 there. It's looking pretty good. You're taking the wars here. And... I guess, what do you do here to ensure you have a village every turn? Buying Gondola can only get you so far. I guess you can do Crossroads. Yeah, Crossroads is something. Crossroads Silver? Sure. And then you start buying Wharves and all that fun stuff. Look at all that. Oh, you're grottoing before you're Margraving? Huh. Interesting. Interesting. W. Morrison's deck is just taken off, as expected. Terumafu displaced a Magpie into a gold. okay, like I see in theory the displaced magpie combo. You know what? You're giving me my pill of time. Easy to discard from exile. I don't hate it. When you've got Morph and Margrave on a board, you don't want to displace into gold. Like it's just it's yeah, not the right thing you want in this board. Payload should not be hard to come by. You might end up buying a few gondolas anyways just to get some actions in play. So payload is really not a huge deal here. Yeah, wmorrison is just killing this. Grotto, 3 estates, and a copper here for sure. Or just that magpie, sure. Take a 4 cost. Wharf. Wharf and something. Something might be a nomads. I think you might be worried about actions here, so maybe you take gondola. Fine, sure. Slightly better than silver, so might as well take it. You want the econ. Yeah, this is a classic Dominion deck. Morph, Crossroads, Margrave, Magpie. That's all you need. And then just treasure. I think probably the next thing for Morrison to take is it displaced now? Because you can start displacing estates, or you could probably do the Province Gold thing. That's probably more of a higher priority than getting these hits to your deck. You're grottoing so much. And you've got Crossroads to help draw off of the estates, so it doesn't even matter. Doesn't even really matter. I think you want to play your Wharf here. Yeah, and then Grotto, your estates, and a Magpie. And life is looking pretty good. I think this is probably, you've got 11. Displaced gold here feels pretty decent. You can start getting into Province, start that chain. You've got the 1 extra action slot to do that. Takes the gold. I like Displace here now. It's a Province printer for you. And then you can, yeah, perfect. That was certainly the play. Terumafu here is just, well, let's take a look at what Terumafu's been doing here. So, okay. They opened Magpie Silver, bought another Magpie, fine. Bar Displace on 5, which I thought was a bad idea. Finally takes the Grotto on turn 5. Exiles Magpie into gold, buys another Grotto. Grotto's a bunch of stuff. Does nothing with it. Okay. Draws it all, exiles a Grotto into a Magpie, discards the Magpie from exile, and then buys a Margrave finally. Yeah, it's... Oh, wait a minute. 5, they marched the Margrave. That's it. Yeah. I mean, the lesson here is that A, Grotto's amazing. B, if you're going to take a 5 or 6 cost, do Margrave and Wharf before gold. And even before Displace, because they're both great cards, and you need them in your life. Especially if you have a way to get actions here, which you do. And then, oh, look at this. wmorrison didn't draw a deck this turn. Crazy. But they sure as hell double Province. Or they can just next turn that's gone to them by a gold. No, they can just double Province also. Oh, buys a gold. Are you going to gamble something? Patrician. Sure. Yeah, that works too. Exiles an estate into something. Probably I want a landing party here as terumafu. Nomads might be an option because you can buy a landing party. Gambles for... Oh, that's rough. Empty Grotto. That is rough. That is not a great... Gamble target. Okay, so here's your Magpie draw coming in clutch to it. Well, somewhat. You're getting there. Oh, misses the crossroads. Okay, this is a new scenario for wmorrison here. Bottom decks the crossroads and the Margrave. So the next turn is set, but not a very good time this turn. Sets all their stuff aside. Just place the wharf. Okay. Okay. That bottom card is the crossroads. Pretty sure. Gondola, displace. That checks out as well. Oh, no. I mean, I guess you want the attack, I guess is the idea. But I would have played the displace for sure. Are they going to play this forward? Yes, they are. Okay. There's Margrave. Yeah, this is interesting, like, phonetically to say. You got Magpie, you got Margrave, and you got Wharf. And there's kind of like a mixture here of sounds. A Morphgrave, Magwharf. I don't know. Okay, and there we go. That's the end of game 4. Up enough. Yep, that was 4. Thanks for tuning in. This will be fun. A little bit of commentary on someone else's game. We're in for a good tournament. I'm playing it myself against some pretty strong players. And hey, hi terumafu.